What I'm about to show you is just crazy. I'm exploring this channel that posted their first video just a month ago. According to their video stats, they had over 2.5 million views just over the past 30 days. So just a month ago, and they are already making almost $5,000 for the month. Is this even real? Let's find out. With just 32 videos posted, they've been able to get 40,000 subscribers, over 40,000 subscribers. As you can see, I don't even have to scroll much to see the end of their videos. But I just want to double check this thing here because 2.5 million views. They're saying this is $4.6 thousand. But if I was to just explore this myself, that 2.5 million views, let's say there was a high RPM here. Not even 8, let's say $7. $7 for every 1,000 views. That would mean this channel is actually making over 17,000 because here vidIQ has a bit of a reserved RPM. I think it's closer to this. Either way, it's a lot of money to start something just 30 days ago. And this is the most popular video on the channel from just 1 month ago. 1.6 million views.
A robin pulling the last worm from the lawn before the light goes.
Based on my quick analysis of the video so far, it's just AI generated videos using possibly image to video generation tools. And it's not a whole lot of generations that I'm seeing here. As a matter of fact, not all of them has that image to video generation. Maybe it's just in the beginning to hold somebody's interest. Because come on, 1.6 million views? But I guess it is interesting things that people think about when they can't sleep at night. I mean, do you think about this at night? What happens to your birds at night? I mean, I don't think about it, but there's 1.6 million people that do. And from what I've picked up so far, it's like a story, but still informational. And I don't know, maybe the video makes somebody think it's like a cartoon they're looking at. Who knows? I feel like this can easily be replicated. Let me see what the next most popular video on the channel looks like. The bird that remembers your face. Really? That has been watching you for months. So it's like a stalker bird, a squirrel bird. Did he remember the squirrel face? I guess you have to look at this entire video to find out. But again, there's this interesting image to video in the beginning, and then throughout it's just images. And I think that is smart because it costs more to generate the image to videos, but then generating the images, that's not too bad. Now I did say this niche because believe it or not, there are other channels. And you can see them right here in the related. The watching bird 1 hour ago, 1 view. Maybe nobody's watching. So let's check this one out next. I mean, you're seeing what I'm looking at here, right? 4 weeks ago, this channel that has over 1,000 subscribers, but less than 2,000 subscribers. Where birds go during a storm, over 500,000 views. So it seems as though instead of thinking how to solve crime and figure out world peace, people more think about where birds go during a storm. Well, let's find out. Okay, so these images are way better for the hook. I think I can see why, well, at least visually, why this one got a lot of views. Is it the same thing throughout? Let's see. Again, just the image moving, a moving image throughout. It's just for the hook, just for the beginning we have that video. And I think when I am recreating this, I will do the same thing. I mean, this works. And as a matter of fact, I did that on another channel. And I found that when you have, obviously, more engaging stuff during the hook, more people stay on the video. So this is a smart strategy. Out of curiosity, is this channel monetized yet? Let's see. Checking. And yes, ads are detected. With over 500,000 views from just 4 weeks ago, they really should be monetized. It would be a shame if they weren't. But let me see how much money did they actually make over the past 30 days. Imagine in their first month, maybe in their first few weeks of being monetized, this channel made almost $1,000 already. That is just insane. So based on this, I'm going to run an experiment. I'm going to look at a few more videos in this niche. So not just from this channel, but some of the related channels in this niche. See what works, how I can make something similar. Maybe it doesn't have to be about birds. Maybe something more interesting like whatever this is. But follow the same approach in that picking a topic that can spike curiosity, of course, validate the search volume, the competition, and the different topics as it relates to this broad category, birds, if we're talking about birds. And then figure out the most cost-effective way to generate these images, as well as to generate these image to video clips that you see at the beginning of this video. In terms of the angle, I want to pick something a little bit more original than what happens to your birds at night, because 1.6 million people would be like, they saw this video already, and we don't want to be a copy bird. So that's when I'll spend some more time thinking about it, or maybe ask AI to think about it for me, as I usually do, and it works. So it doesn't make sense fixing what's not broken. What's not broken. And I'm going to try to make those videos daily, because if it sums up to this for the month, or even this after just 30 days, then it can't be that bad, right? But in the meantime, what you could do is subscribe so that you could see how that experiment goes, or you could look at this in the meantime to see how I make a similar video about aliens or octopuses, I think. Or I think it was, what if the earth stopped spinning? Either way, you want to see how I made that video, because I used an AI approach that is free.